All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Friday afternoon. How's everybody doing? Doge is right? So instead of concentrating on where Doge is today, we're going to look forward. We're going to look forward 100 days. 100 days. Because somebody else was looking at it too, and I'm like, that makes sense. Let's take a look at that. 100 days from now, where will we be? I don't know, next week I'm going to do my July price prediction video, which will be just the next 31 days. But today we're going to look at a little bigger, 100 days, and some ideas about where altcoins are, altcoin season, etc. So we're going to take a look at all that. We also have a new feature. Yes, what I'm paying for in StreamYard is now beta testing this comment thing. And so I turned it on. We'll see whether we like it or not. Right now, it's blocking the price where it's located. And I have no control over that. But hey, it's something new. Yeah, Ryan, exactly. 100 days. October. Oh, October. That's right. Well, I guess you can see through. Yeah, you can see through the chats to see the price, but now the subscribe button is in the way. So you have no idea what the price is. Huh. Well, we'll figure that out. But this is what we're going with today. I'm not going to change the setup now. But yeah, it's kind of interfering with the subscribe button, isn't it? Oh, well, that's what we got. We'll play with that today. Yes, 100 days brings us into October. That's what we're going to talk about. Did well in the big boy market. Got some Doge today, Peter. Awesome. Let's go. 100 days, 50 cents. 50 cents, Orbison. War Blaster back at work again. Well, here you are, though. Thanks for tuning in. New World, how are you? Ryan. Ahoy. Hi, Doug. Hey. Wait, Mike, weren't you MB? Didn't you used to be MB? Now you're the whole word, the whole name, Micah. I thought I remembered MB. MB. Yeah, $18, of course. Of course, $18. Buy the dip. Anybody buying the dip? We did dip to 1570 today. Right there. Hey, Nick, how are you? Hey, Hallett. What happened to the Joe? Hallett. Boss Explorer, hello. Danny, Discover Talk. Caught the first dip today. Yeah, it sometimes dips a little harder the second time, but doesn't always do that. So you don't know. YouTube is showing handles opposed to names today. Is that what the difference is? Oh, yeah. That's what it is. It's showing the whole handle and not just the name. I see that now. That is interesting. Yeah, something happened with the names. YouTube is doxing me. I know. MB was just so much easier. It's like, wait a second. I know. Now you're 635, Ryan. How did you get that number? This is going to be weird because now you guys are going to show up with different names. I'm going to be like, who's that? Who's that? I don't even know who that is. GJ Madorezer. Good afternoon. I'm sorry. We're doing this name thing. Everyone talks. We have Cheese 4333, who's a bear today. I'm a bear. Do we like having these like 5 comments on the screen or not? Is that a good thing, bad thing? Thumbs up, thumbs down? It's kind of weird, huh? It's covering the price. Well, the subscribe button is messed up because it moved it up. And so now the subscribe button is covering up the price. I don't know if we like it, but we'll go with it. Picture association. Right. That's what it's going to be. Oh, yeah. I remember that purple sky thing. Yeah. That's that guy from, yeah, that guy. Hey, Dreamwhip, how's it going? I don't know what your name is. We're doing handles today. What is up with YouTube? It's a Friday. It's a Friday. Hey, Will, how are you? The comments don't add anything, G-Boy. Yes, names are different. Now it's your handle. Your YouTube handle is being shown, not just the name. Because our boy Jason is like 9845 now. It's like a 9845. These are random numbers that get stuck on the end of names. Jason's a thumbs up on the comments. Doesn't do much for me. Can't really see him. Yeah, and does it show up on a phone? Anyone looking at the phone? Do you see those on the phone stream, or is that just the computer that shows them? It's this new beta version thing that StreamYard is doing for displaying comments on the screen automatically, and I'm like, I don't know if I like it or not. I don't know. What's up, Sunshine? How are you? Thumbs down for Justin. F1 test. F1's in the house. Jack says, get rid of the comments. I might. Very small on the phone. You can't even see them probably, right? They're so small. That's my guess. Buenos dias, Goose. Now everyone knows who you are. Oh, people could have always clicked on your name and gone to your YouTube page to see who you were. Don't love the comments. Okay. When Doge reaches FOMO, the comments will be a blur. Exactly. No one's going to be able to read them. They'll be going so fast. I'll have to go into slow motion mode. Slow-mo. Blake, what's up? When watching on the TV, comments scroll the right side, clashing. Okay. Thumbs down. Not feeling it. Okay. Yeah, it's doing YouTube handles instead of your name that you go by on YouTube today. Something new. I wonder if it did that when I tagged the... No, it wouldn't have done that if I tagged the comments to show up, because it's showing on the YouTube side also, your YouTube handle, not your name. Well, it's a Friday, guys. What's up? It's a freaky Friday today. Good time to buy? Yeah, good time to buy was about an hour and a half ago. 15.7. That was a good time to buy. We're pushing 16 cents again. You can always change your name. if you go in your settings. But your handle, that's all set. Your handle is set. It's an F it Friday. Somebody else used the F word today. I'll show you that. That's coming up. The F word. Somebody used the F word. That's coming. It wasn't the president. It wasn't the president this time. Although we have a president quote today that I will be playing for you as well. President was talking about crypto again. So we're going to play that. But somebody else was using the F word just to make a point. It's like making a point. I know you voted for that. It's like, yep. Yeah. You can't see them on the tablet either. Small in the way. All right. Well, just be for today. It'll just be for today. Plus, you can always have them off to the side if you want anyway, if you want to see the comments. But I'll still put the relevant ones that I'm addressing up on the screen, which I couldn't do on OBS, but I can do that here on StreamYard. So I'll always do that. And it's a thumbs down for Mike Rhodes. Thumbs down for that. Okay. I get the picture. How's everybody doing on the Friday? Hit the like button, everybody. Appreciate that. We are now over 16 cents. Of course, you would see that, except something's in the way on your screen. So you don't know that it's actually hit 16 cents other than the green candle hitting this blue line. That's the 16-cent line. It's that blue line. And we are looking at that. We're going to talk about the 100 days today, a Cobra. Not end of the year. We're talking 100 days today. I've seen President Trump talk about crypto as an industry. Yes, I'm going to play that clip. I'm playing that clip for you. I got it all queued up. So good, we may have to listen to it twice so you guys can hear what he actually said. Because you may miss it the first time. So we are going to do that. The change just stinks. Okay. We'll go back. That's easy. We try this. It's a beta thing. And it was like something that Livestream has pushed out to some users. And I guess I'm one of those users that gets a beta test on this thing. And it's a thumbs. Oh, James Bond gave it a thumbs up. Huh. We got some thumbs ups coming in and trying to say, hey, wait, those comments on the screen aren't so bad. But you can't see what the Doge price is because somehow it pushed the subscribe button up. Unless on your screen, the subscribe button is really small down. I guess it depends on what screen you're using, whether you actually see the Doge price or not. Looks normal to you? Okay. Let's take a poll. Sure. We can do that. We got the power. Comments on screen. Yay or nay? We can do this. Poll has started. See what you guys think. That means Kriss is important. Maybe they knew that I was cheating on them, right? I was cheating on them with OBS because they pissed me off. And then I started to come back and they're like, yeah, maybe we should push it to this guy. Because they heard that I was cheating on them. Change in general, I know change for a lot of people stinks, especially those that have like OCD. They used to things in a certain way. Maybe that's you. You have a little. I know I have OCD. Change is tough for me. I'm really hard on. I just like. I kind of like things the way they are. You know, just like XRP case is still going on. I know John Deaton keeps tweeting about it. I follow John Deaton now. I like John. John's all right, you know. He's a Massachusetts guy, right? And he's an attorney, was working on the XRP case years ago, so he's kind of tied into it. Tried to run against Elizabeth Warren, didn't have a chance, but he did get the message out there of what was going on. And I like the guy, so I follow him. So yeah, he keeps me up to date on the XRP case. Like I really care. I really don't. I just don't. But I get it. So you guys want to take the comments off the screen when he reads them? No. They're scrolling on the screen automatically. I want to be able, I still want to click them and put them on the screen because everybody liked that. The ones that I'm highlighting and talking about. Everybody liked that. So I'm going to keep doing that. No, it's the ones over here on the side. It's these over here. We're talking about whether, because this is the new thing that StreamYard is rolling out here, is having like 4 or 5 comments over here on the side, and then they just kind of fade into the screen here. So we're talking about that. If you got, that's the yay or nay, is that one. Because when I was using OBS, I couldn't put these, I couldn't even put the ones I want to show up on the screen. My thumbs up was for the like the video. Oh, got it. Thumbs up, like the video. Held off November profits to Doge STG taxes, not in top bracket. I think this November 2nd or 3rd legs. Matt, right now I'm betting like by Thanksgiving, I may be taking profits. That's kind of what I'm thinking about right now. You've got the comments on your phone right below the screen, right? So it's repetitive, having some on the screen as well. Got it. A witch, yeah, you could change the W to a B. And then you get something else. There is that. You're neutral. Neutral down on the corner. Yeah, everybody's getting doxxed. Everybody's doxxed today. And Matt too, yep. You're all doxxed today. Yeah, who's XRP? What? Yeah, we'll do some dance videos. I redid the other dance videos, guys. I mixed in a new song because guess what? The other night when I played those, apparently one of them was a Kendrick Lamar song, and guess what? Copyright claim. I got a freaking copyright claim by Kendrick Lamar's management. And I was like, okay. So I remixed them. I remixed them, though, with a little help from AI, and I made, Ryan, you're going to like this. You're going to like this. I made my own songs. I did. I made my own songs. It's not that hard to do, actually. It's not that hard to do. And I was like, that's kind of cool. You can tell it. You can tell the AI to make a song. You can tell it what genre you want. You can tell it whether you want a male singer or a female singer, or it can just be an instrumental without any lyrics. And you can tell it to include certain words, or you can just give it a title and it just makes up the words however it wants to. And I was just like, that's pretty cool. And you will see the results here today, Friday, live on KrissPax Live. I know, right? Kendrick Lamar. And the other one, I don't even know who that artist was on that other song. But yeah, I got a copyright claim on that one too. And I was like, really? Really? Don't even know who you are. So I made my own. Now if someone gives it a copyright claim, I'm like, no, not a copyright claim. I made it. It's my music. Well, with the help of AI. Now, if the AI stole it from somebody else, right? Like the music theme actually comes directly from somebody else's song, I don't know what to say then, because I didn't do that. CDC, how are you? Prajwal, welcome. Happy Friday to you. And Mohan, we've got different names for everybody today because YouTube has decided to show handles. And so some of you are getting doxxed on whatever your names are because they're different from the name of your YouTube channel or YouTube name. And it's going with the handle instead. So sorry about that. I mean, people could always find out if they wanted to for you. They just have to click on you and go to your page, whether you've uploaded anything or not, and they can see your handle because everybody's got a YouTube handle. But we're just going with it here. We're going with it here. All right. First on the bat, our President Trump is there. This is the one we're going to start with here. And this was today. So are you ready to listen to what he says? Not only does he view cryptocurrency as an industry, as it says down here in the bottom, but also he says a few other things. 30 seconds long. Here's what President Trump said today about crypto.
And I was in Bitcoin then, not knowing if I was going to do it a third time. So it's become amazing. I mean, it's the jobs that it produces. And I notice more and more you pay in Bitcoin. I mean, people are saying it takes a lot of pressure off the dollar. And it's a great thing for our country. So I don't care about investing. You know, I have I have kids and they invest in different things. They do believe in it. But I'm president, and what I did do there is build an industry that's very important. And, you know, if we didn't have it, China would. Okay. And I was in Bitcoin.
If we didn't have it, China would. But no, he says something there about like his kids, right? So, and it's creating jobs, I guess. He thinks crypto creates jobs. No, he's been talking to Brian Armstrong, and he's been talking to Justin Sun, and he's been talking to, who else did he talk to? Well, I guess he did talk to Brad Garlinghouse, XRP, Ripple. So yeah, so he knows. I know, paying Bitcoin, which is totally false. No, but nobody's paying Bitcoin. Nobody is paying in Bitcoin. Binance US answered and said Bitcoin is producing a lot of jobs and a lot of memes too. And Casey said, how does Bitcoin produce jobs? Grok says Bitcoin creates jobs mainly through mining, requiring hardware, maintenance, energy management roles. Perplexity says a lot of the job creation comes from Bitcoin mining industry. So they both the AIs are talking about mining, where I'm like, have you seen the exchanges, right? And have you seen the other blockchain companies actually making things? That is all based on crypto. So yeah, it creates jobs and good for, you know, the country to accept it. And of course, data centers for Jason, exactly. Keeping Jason employed, right? We're keeping Jason employed, building out more data centers. Exactly. But you're right. Yeah, Mike, he has no idea what he's talking about. He really doesn't. He knows just enough to get him in trouble. But he could use the taxpayer money to stimulate the economy in crypto. Yes, he could. And we want to see that. The big, beautiful bill. The big, beautiful bill. Senate is going to work on it over the weekend. Big, beautiful bill. No tax on tips. No tax on overtime. And guess what is back in the bill? No tax on Social Security for seniors. So they can all buy crypto, right? Because the seniors, of course, are going to be loading up on Doge, aren't they? They're going to be loading up on Doge. Hey, Donnie, how are you? No way. Costco hot dog is really up 88% today. Is that right? Oh, man. Did we miss that? Did we miss that? Because we were talking about Costco hot dogs the other day, but we didn't look at the meme. Costco hot dog. What? Well, let's get another one. Let's get another one. Costco hot dog. That chart was messed up. I need another chart. That's the only one that's on here? It's got to be another Costco hot dog. There isn't. Costco. With wrapped sol on radium. Costco hot dog, wrapped sol. Yeah, this is only showing 1%. Dollar Costco hot dog is up 88%. Maybe that's a different one. This is the one that's been trading for a long time, is this one. And it is not up 88%. It had a little run here a couple weeks ago. So yeah, that's a different one, I think. Different one. All right. We continue. Historic rebound sends the S&P 500 to new all-time highs. The stock market is up. The stock market is up. Yeah, it's not the big Costco hot dog. It's a second one that is probably a much smaller market cap, would be my guess. And we can look at it. Costco hot dog, up 88%. What's the market cap of this one? Why doesn't it list just market cap? There it is, $964,000. Okay, $964,000 market cap. And then Costco hot dog here. No, it doesn't list it. Well, I don't know what that other thing was then. Or unless they're not on CoinMarketCap. This is down 98% all time. It's down 94% for the year. It's up 12% for the month. Oh, it had this huge dip. Look at that. What was that? It cratered. Okay, something happened here, guys. It went practically to zero. And that 88% gain is back up from practically zero. What the heck happened there? That's a little sus right there. So yeah, it's up 88%, but 88% from a 88% drop. Totally sus. Well, if somebody was getting this price down here and they were buying, awesome. But everybody else, it's nothing. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look good at all. Something happened there. Okay, I'm not so worried about missing out on that now. Totally sus. All right, so stocks, all-time high, a lot of stocks up. Russell 2000 also had a lot of volatility because there was a lot of changes happening on what's in the Russell 2000 and what's out of the Russell 2000. So that was happening today. But this is like new all-time highs. And it's just like tariffs. We don't care about no stinking tariffs. Not for stocks. So, hey, good to be in the stock market, right? Now, Circle dropped again today. Big sell-off. Coinbase went down. Sell-off. Not as bad as Circle was down big. But a lot of other stocks were up. Apple was up today. AMC was up today. So, yeah. Nvidia was up today. So there's a lot of stocks were up today. Charlotte, not only do we have comments up on the screen, but look at your name. You are doxxed. YouTube is doxing everybody today. YouTube. Doxing everybody. I didn't know Ryan's last name was 635. How did you get a number for our last name, Ryan? 635. I don't know. YouTube today decided to not show the names, but to show your YouTube handles, which YouTube creates for you automatically if you don't like modify it or change it. Very weird. Very weird today. Guys, what's going to happen? Are we going to get an alt season? Is Bitcoin dominance just going to keep going up and up and up? Or is it eventually going to dive and we're going to have alt season? Is that coming? Because kind of getting tired of this Bitcoin dominance just going up and up and up, you know? Imagine if mine was Ladyboy 1990. I love that. Oh, that'd be hilarious. And then we would be questioning that video we played the other day, right? It's just like, yeah, she had an AI make that. That was AI. Oh my God. Too funny. Oh, you changed your handle. Look at that. Micah changed his handle. He's now formerly MB. But we know who you are now because it's saved on the live stream now. So Micah can tell you how to change your handle if you need to change your handle. What's your website to buy Doge stuff? There's a link in the description below. It's called Kriss Store. Dogecoin merch. Link in the description below. And you go right to the Kriss Store. And you can either hit all products and see everything I've got, or you can go and search on a specific product. Like you want to see like baby products because you want to get a onesie for your new niece or nephew. You just click on that and you can see products for the little ones. Get little hats, little bibs, right? Got onesies. So you can check that out. I mean, who doesn't want a Dogecoin onesie for their little niece or nephew? I mean, come on, it's so cute. It's so cute. So there you go. Link in the description below takes you to the merch store. So Bitcoin Census here is wondering too. It's like, when is alt season going to start? And they're kind of thinking it's going to be like in 100 days, October time, not the rest of the summer. He thinks we're going to get a little fake out coming, maybe next month. We're going to get a little fake out. Then Bitcoin dominance is going to go back up, maybe even over 70%. And then we get alt season. And it's just like, man, that is going to take a bit. That's going to take a bit. So we got that. But Bitcoin Census isn't done yet. He also said, look, altcoin market cap, right? The altcoin market cap is hurting. It's hurting bad. Now you can call it a double bottom, but it's like you can't really trade the altcoin market cap. But if you look at it and you see this move up, move back down, back test, and then move up higher, that could be a signal for altcoins to take off. If history rhymes, we could be gearing up for a new leg higher with a potential breakout to retest and surpass previous highs. This is the kind of structure that potentially precedes alt season. So there's some signs out there. Based on past performance, we could still see alts take off. But again, that's only if we're going to repeat some past moves. Some say that past doesn't matter. Now we're just in all new territory moving forward. I don't know. We'll see. But we have our friend Zero, the degen gambler. And he's saying, look, let's go back to Bitcoin and let's just look at Bitcoin in the 4-year cycles. Now, I've talked about the 4-year cycles many times, and the 4-year cycles are real. And with the 4-year cycles, 100 days from today, we're into October. Now, he's looking at these bars on this 2-week time frame. 2-week time frame. 105 bars from the previous cycle peak to the new cycle peak. 105 bars. And that happened from 2013 to 2017. Then it took not 105, but 103 bars to go from the peak of 2017 to the peak of 2021. That was 103 bars. So if we do 103 bars from here, right, from today, that would be 100 days from today. Now, 100 days from today gets us to October 5th. That's not October 20th, right? That's October 5th. So I want to add a bar to this, and I want to go to 104 bars. So we'll have 105, 103, and then this one will be 104, which technically would not be 100 days from today. It'd actually be about 115 days from today, but you give or take a day. Because October 20th, that's our day, guys. Come on, October 20th. October 20th. 100 days. So does this mean splitting the difference? Exactly, Ron. I know, Lucifer. October 5th, that's nothing. It's October 20th. But some say, hey, the bull run hasn't even started yet, right? This has just been drifting up. We haven't seen the big top off yet, the big acceleration, particularly for Doge. Now, we got a hint of it last November. But what's going to happen this October? 100 days from now, we could be starting something huge. And that's what I'm talking about. So we'll be talking about this 100-day thing for the next couple weeks. And then it won't be 100 days anymore. Then it'll be 90 days and then 80 days. Maybe we'll have a big countdown. I don't know. But that's the potential. If you believe in the 4-year cycles, you're like the top of the cycle, and we have not hit the top of this cycle yet. We haven't hit it yet. He's guessing based on these percentages that maybe the top is $200,000 Bitcoin, $200,000. So a 2x on Bitcoin, which means Doge would probably be a 3x. But then you go 3x for Doge from 16 cents. Where does that get us? 48 cents. 48-cent Dogecoin, right back where we were beginning of last December. 48-cent Dogecoin. So, if you think you missed selling at 48 cents last December, this chart tells you you may get another chance. Now, if we have something else on top of that, though, which is a catalyst specifically for Doge, let's say, I don't know, X money, we can do better than 48. But 48, according to this, if Bitcoin hits 200, it'll be 48-cent Dogecoin. Can you wait 100 days? Can you wait? Well, in my case, it's 114 days, 115 days. Can you wait? Because look, a couple of months is all you need to make your money and F off. There's the F word, right? A couple of months is all you need to make your money and F off. It's really a few months. Gets us to October. Q3 will be bullish as F. Don't let anyone FUD you out of your bags. It's the final innings and you're bearish. Most unfortunate thing that could happen, forgetting to dream. Don't give up on your dream. Every cycle, it feels like alt season is canceled, right? And yet, like clockwork, it always comes. Most give up just before the tide turns. They tap out right at the edge of something big. My bags are packed for what's brewing. Call it blind hopium if you want, but when it plays out, you'll see it unfold from the sidelines. Who is selling on the red candles? Come on. Who's selling on the red candles? Who's fearful? Cycle over. Bear market. We're only going down from here. That's what we're talking about is, I don't know. We're having a nice little run back over 16 cents right now. This isn't all bearish. It's sideways chop. Again, the summer of chop, as we've been talking about the last couple of weeks, the summer of chop, that's what we're in. And here's another example of it. Choppity, chop, chop, chop. But there's other stuff coming for Dogecoin too. And I've mentioned this a few times. We talk about the MyDoge wallet, right? And how great the MyDoge wallet is. And I've mentioned Doge OS. I've mentioned it. I got a preview of a few little things. Version 3 of the MyDoge wallet. some games that are in development on Doge OS. Now we got another thing called Doge's, a Dogecoin user group platform called Doge's. What does Doge's.app do? Oh, there it is. Welcome to Doge's. Join the ultimate Dogecoin community platform. Connect with fellow sheebs, discover local groups, and build the future together. You can create local communities. Find other Dogecoin lovers in your area. You can real-time chat with your community members. You can manage events if you want to have, I don't know, maybe a meetup, right? Actually meet people face to face. I thought this was a whole digital world and these people weren't real. It makes them real. You can actually meet people. Dogecoin lovers. Doge's. Are you ready to join the pack? Start building connections in your local Dogecoin community today. Doge's. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I am going to be creating a Doge's group in Boston. And we'll see what happens. Doge's. If any of you want to come to one of our Boston events from wherever in the world you are, come on. And we'll try this out. This will be fun. Doge's. Local communities, location-based discovery, real-time chats. These are the kinds of things that are being built now for Dogecoin. And we're going to have all of this incorporated through Doge OS and the MyDoge wallet. It's all going to come together. So that's pretty cool. Doge's. So that's what we got today, guys. How do you feel? Feeling all right? Feeling all right? Buy Dogecoin or else. Change your handle. Love it. Love it. I asked Elon on X to take us to the moon, but he's playing hard to get. He's ignoring you. Oh, God. What is your number that Doge will get for you to sell? Right now, it's not a number, but it's a date, right? Sometime in November, because I think October, November is going to be crazy. And we'll see what it is then. That's what I'm waiting for. Richie says $1 by November. Maybe. Maybe a dollar party would happen in Boston. That would be more than just a Doge's, right? That wouldn't be a local community event. That'll be a worldwide event. All people coming into Boston from around the world to celebrate Dogecoin. Yeah, reality and stuff. Can you imagine, Lucifer? And if you showed up to one of those, what would you wear? Would you wear a mask so they can't really see who you are, right? You wear a mask. People do that. People wear masks. They show up in real life, like IRL, right? IRL, but they're wearing a mask. I saw a number of them at the Bitcoin conference wearing masks. Kind of weird. And I saw one yesterday on Issa's channel. What Was it Issa's? Yeah, it was Issa's. She showed herself with someone who was wearing a mask. This guy. And it's like, whoa, 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 I can't play that song. Get a copyright strike. But yeah, somebody wearing a mask and glasses. And it's like, would you show up to an event wearing a mask and glasses? Kind of weird, right? But Lucifer, you could do that. You could show up IRL like that guy, right? If you don't want to be like doxxed, have your picture taken, all of that. You could do that. Looks a little weird though, right? Looks a little weird. Anyway, so there's that. I would wear a smile and then no one would know who I am. No hints yet. Video next week on my July price prediction. You gotta watch the video. If you're selling in November, when do you buy back? End of 2026. So when I start buying back. By the end of 2026, we'll know whether we hit a bear market or not. Is that for real? Is it going to work out that way? I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Forget the numbers to scale in and scale out. Dean, that's a good plan. That is a good plan. Zombie, yesterday I had 55 Doge. Today I have 105. Congratulations on your purchase. More Doge. About the chart from Zero, Degen Gambler. Isn't it said that all good things come in threes? The many institutional investors could have made an agreement and sold large holdings. Suppose, but we're talking about the 4-year cycles, though. Four-year cycles. And that would be vertical from now until October 20th. Vertical. Sometimes things just happen that way. Maybe up only. That's what he's saying. Up only. What's up with always the same people always hanging out in here? Did you guys make any money? Andy, McDade, dude. Getting through the summer of chop. Waiting for the good times, they'll be here. Some of us have already made a lot of money and now we're just skating. We're just skating, right? Everything we make from here on out is bonus. But some of us, we're still grinding. We're still grinding. We're swing trading. We're making plays. Still happening. Ledger is sponsoring the Spurs. It's on their new jerseys from draft night. Well, I didn't watch draft night. It's so boring. It's like, nope. Ain't watching that. Ain't got time for that. Spurs Ledger. Spurs Ledger. The Spurs have a Ledger sponsorship on their jerseys. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Ledger. It's right there at the top. Oh, let me go back a little bit so you can see it. You're not going to see it. Yeah, not close up, but yeah, Ledger. It's right there. Too bad it's so small. I mean, most people, Ryan, aren't going to be able to see what that even is. And then if even they read it, they're going to be, ledger? What's that? What's a ledger? It's an uphill battle for crypto. Pascal says, today I'm extremely proud to announce Ledger's multi-year partnership with the San Antonio Spurs. Oh, because of Wemby, right? Ah, I get it now, Ryan. It's all because of Wemby. Wemby's French, Ledger's French. Got it. It's the Wemby connection. Oh, here's the close-up right there. Ledger. The French thing. Got it. Maybe organize a mass Shiba Inu mask for Halloween. Dogecoin t-shirt. A lot of us have made a lot of money. A lot of us are making money all the time. A lot and a lot more. Andy, are you just being an asshole here? Andy, we didn't buy Doge at the top. That's why, because we're smart. Okay? Dogecoin may be down, but we weren't buying at the top. We were taking profits at the top, dude. Taking profits. All right? Yeah, it's just kind of the way you're asking them is a little bit rude. Okay? But we weren't buying Dogecoin at 48 cents. All right? So yes, Doge has pulled back. So has almost every other freaking cryptocurrency. Now, Bitcoin, not as much. We talk about that, the difference between Doge and Bitcoin. But when the market turns around and we go back to the next big run up in Bitcoin, maybe Bitcoin does a 2x. But if Bitcoin does a 2x, Doge will be doing a 3x. Okay? We're going to make more money following the Doge train. That's what I'm talking about. Is that guaranteed? No, not guaranteed, but it's my thesis, and we're all here to make money. We're all here to make money. So it's just the way you were asking. Just a little rude. Parlez-vous français? You're new to crypto, been watching for a week. Same people ask questions. Yeah, we have a great community here. A lot of people, we're having fun. And we do only good every day. So you can join us, but be cool about it. Have some fun. Because, I mean, life is boring, right? Without any fun. Life would just be so boring. It's just like, Dogecoin down again, blah, blah, blah. It's like, come on, guys. You can have a little fun, too. Deep breaths, people. Yeah, Lucifer, nice. Andy, welcome. Nice. Welcome. Hang out for a while. It's the way you were asking individual people. It's like, Dogecoin's down 300%. How did you make money? Like, we didn't buy at the top. That's the answer. My summer strategy is swing trade, increase coin count. When I sell, I just sell the original investment, leave the profit in the market. Because it's not just down 300%, like down, down, down. In that time, Andy, it's also gone up. And we've been playing this game of looking at where the support and resistances are and where we see these little spikes. Some of us have been swing trading, taking a little off, price goes back down, we buy in, increase our coin count, get a little more. I've done that as well a couple times. I'm in the middle of a Pepe one, in fact. because I thought Pepe was going to maybe outperform Doge, and I'll swing it back into Doge on the dip. Might still work out. We'll see. There is a way to make money. Pax Cat is around too. Yes, we do have a cat as well. We have a cat. I don't know where he is today. He's not in the office. Yeah, not making a coin, Kriss. Not making a coin. Rhyming, right, not repeating. Right, taking the profit, buying back lower. I haven't lost money. I've made a lot of money. So that's what most of us are here for. Some of us are here just for a good time. Buy Dogecoin, believe in the cryptocurrency of the future, decentralized finance, get away from the banks, like all of that stuff. Do only good every day. The price is the price. Doesn't matter. One Doge equals one Doge, always. What I don't get, Matt says, is you don't win and you don't lose until you sell. So if the market goes down 50%, you still haven't lost. True. You wait it out. And maybe you play some of these games with the volatility, up and down, up and down. Increase some coin count. Oh, man, that is a bad name. That is a bad, bad name, Charlotte. It's a Friday. You're testing me. You sold some Publix stock to buy more Doge. Nice. Nice. And many people have had Dogecoin for many years. And so it's all in profit. We're just enjoying our time together. It's the summer of chop. The charts aren't disappointing. They're doing exactly what I said they would do, right? Chop, chop, chop. Best thing to do, pick a month, sell like you're doing. Otherwise, you're driving yourself nuts watching the swings. So you can wait it out, or you can, with a small part of your portfolio, try it out, right? The next time there's a big spike in the price, big green candle, sell a little bit. And then when it goes back down, buy back in, and you'll increase your coin count. That's the summer of chop. So, Doug, he might be all right. We'll see. Come on, Pepe. I know, right? That's what I was thinking too. Pepe, better chance to make money in a short term. And my whole reason for buying that Pepe was when Pepe spikes, I'll then sell that and then buy more Doge the next time Doge dips, and I'll end up with more Doge as opposed to having just bought some Doge. Now, I already have a big bag of Doge. This is just, a little corner of my portfolio. I'm doing this little experiment on it, we'll call it. We'll call it a Pepe experiment. It's 500 million Pepe tokens. We'll see what happens. Thought about that with Sheeb. I made some money on Sheeb in the end, but Sheeb was just dead. Sheeb is just dead. Doge NFTs? Maybe. That's one way to do it. Jason is reminding me about the music videos. Yes, I will play them. I will pay them. Time for a drink? Basically, you can't lose money. Oh, yeah, you can. It's cryptocurrency. It's a risk. But a lot of people are making a lot of money in this market following basic swing trading strategies. Now, hey, if there's a war that breaks out and the price dumps lower, there's nothing you can do about that. You missed that one, right? If you're in the middle of a trade, you just bought in and then the price dumps, that can happen. That's the risk. So yes, You can be down. You just wait for it to go back up. And then you continue on. That's what we've been talking about. Now, why do you say crap like that, dude? And why do you say crap like that? And you wonder why. Dude. He's been listening on, but no, I can't deal with it anymore. I just booted him, Charlotte. I just can't deal with that. Pepe, better chance to make Doge. I thought in this choppy market, because Pepe had dropped a lot more than Doge had. Like Doge was down about 8% and Pepe went down like 12%. I'll get some extra Doge out of that. It's about 5% for swing trading, Nick. About 5%. Do I have a percentage increase goal? Nope. It's just watching the candles on the charts. And when I see a green spike up in this market, it isn't the start of a big bull run because we're in the summer of chop. That's when I sell. So it isn't a particular percentage. It's just the movement. That's what I'm looking at. I'm waiting for just a big spike. I don't know how much yet, Proxy Demon. Yeah, Ryan, I took care of him. Booted. Does the McDick come with cheese? Keith. Oh, yeah. Floki, Safe Moon. The McDick coin. Yeah, I know, Doug. I was giving him a chance. I was giving him a little chance. Will Sol go to 150? Yeah. It's only 142 now. It'll definitely go to 150. It was last at 150 17th of June. So that was just 10 days ago. So it'll be back up there. 155 is a target right now. This yellow line is 155. We'll get there. Probably next week. We're going to see a little run in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to be challenging new all-time highs. Sol will be 150. See ya. Ave's already been doing well, Valdemar. I made a lot of money on Ave already. I sold it all, though. I took all profit. But yeah, Ave has been on a nice run here. There was a sell-off. Profit taking happened. Part of that was on the backs of the so-called war. World War III, remember? World War III. But recovering nice. I sold right here at about 307 is where I sold. February 1st. And I bought it down here at $68. So 68 up to 307. That was pretty good. But yep, I took my profits. Ave. It'll have a second run in it. Doge is down. Yes, that is true. Can't deny it. Charts don't lie. Your profile pic is fire. Euro Vinci. Yeah, do you like that one? My other big one is Bitcoin, because in the end game, if you really want to hold Bitcoin through the bear market, then you buy Dogecoin now. And then when Dogecoin spikes, then you roll it into Bitcoin. In other words, if Bitcoin goes up 200% and Dogecoin goes up 300%, you'll end up with more Bitcoin as opposed to just buying Bitcoin now. That's my other one. Hey, Joe DeBene, how are you? Trump has an announcement 4th of July regarding Canada tariffs. Tariff deadline on July 9th. He'll be making adjustments. Yeah, he just said he's not even going to talk to Canada. He's just going to put it out there. In the July 9th tariff deadline, we talked about this yesterday. As I had predicted, that's not a hard deadline. And they'll probably just extend it. The difference between summer and winter, Kriss, is that during the summer, a lot of people are on holiday. They're just tuned out. Low volume trading. People are just aren't around. They're not hanging out around their computers. They're outside, touching grass, on the beach, enjoying the weather. In the wintertime, it's cold. They're inside, huddled around their computers. In fact, the views on my YouTube channels, as well as the number of people that are here enjoying the edutainment you get from the KrissPax channel here, is half in the summer is what it is in the wintertime. There's a lot more involvement, a lot more engagement happening in the wintertime than in the summer. And the market always does this. Every summer for the past 5 summers, it's done exactly this. Which is why I said summer a chop, because it happens every year. We're not going to get any big runs happening in June or July. Every once in a while, we get some that start going up, but it ends up being a fake out. Price comes back down. I know, Nura. I was watching it when it was up at 22. I was watching it, Lucifer. I was there. I was watching it on Deck Screener. And I was like, if it gets to 24, I'm going to sell. I said that to myself. When it gets to 24, I'm going to sell. It hit 23, and then it went down. I missed it by that much. So now I'm stuck in it. I'm stuck. Just like in peak, I'm stuck. Waiting for the next big run. Dogecoin always goes down more than Bitcoin. Stop loss. But when Bitcoin goes up, Dogecoin goes up more. That's what we're waiting for. Buy Doge, convert to USDC near the top, then convert to Bitcoin near the bottom. That's bull market, bear market stuff right there, Ryan. That's the big goal, right? Like in November, let's say, if you believe in the 4-year cycles and you believe at the end of that date right there, price is going to go down like it did after it hit the high November 2021 bear market, after it hit the high at the end of 2017 bear market. Yes, then you want to be in USDC. You want to be holding it across on Coinbase, earning some percentage on that USDC, right? You're earning some percentage if you got USDC on Coinbase. The percentage will probably be lower than it is now. Like if you're getting 4% now, at the end of the year, if it's bear market, it won't be 4%. Coinbase will lower it because they're going to be making less money on your cash or whatever it is, right? Whatever they do on their end, right? That's why they can give you 4% now, is because they can make more than 4% on it. Like a bank. Coinbase, like a bank. Do you trust him? Do you trust Coinbase to have a wad of USDC sitting there through a bear market? Better than nothing. The Doge chart almost exactly lines up with the last big boom. Weeks away from another boom. Luke, I think it's 100 days away. Got to wait 100 days. I know it's hard. Why doesn't it happen now? It's the summertime. This is the summer of chop. Summer of chop. We had it last summer. We had it the summer before. We had it the summer before that. Just the summer of chop. Costco hot dog time, sunshine. Joking. But still, that would be fun. If you posted a picture with a Costco hot dog, that would be awesome. Christian added 6,000 more Doge. Chop, chop, chop. I'm telling you. What is grass? Nura, right, Nura. Being down now is fine, just needs to rock it up. Yeah, I'm waiting on that now. I said to myself, I don't want this to be another peak. Got in near the beginning. I wrote it up and I held. Algos are trading. That's true. The bots are fighting it out. But overall volume is down compared to what we saw in the spring and last winter. Stop loss boss. Dogecoin is already down. Duh. Yes, we know that. You haven't been here. Following along. You got to stick around before you can start getting all negative like that. Can we look at the BTC leverage? Sure. See what's going on there, Nick. Huh. It's high and low. We got the shorters and the longers here. They're both playing. They're playing both sides right now as we're in this sideways chop. Look at that. Look at this on Bitcoin. Total sideways chop. Look at all this leverage up here. Look at all of this leverage down there on the shorts and the longs. They can go either way with it and just wipe out hundreds of millions of dollars. Shorters look like more until you zoom out. Let's look at the 3-day. That's actually, well, I mean, there's a lot more lower, right, on the longs. There's some high shorts up here, too. They get taken out. But, yeah, there's a lot. Both sides, there's a lot. You hold the same about 443. Yeah. Need more. Always need more. Never have enough Doge. It's winter in Australia, but Australia is not where the big dollars are investing in crypto. That's not where the big bucks are. You've got a lot to learn, stop loss boss. Got a lot to learn. Just stick around and watch, okay? Just stick around. Welcome, Kriss. That's what we do. Exactly. Is swapping for USDC a taxable event? Yes, it is. It's like selling. It is like selling. So if you swap Doge for USDC, it's selling your Dogecoin. And that Dogecoin you will owe taxes on if you're in a profit. The capital gains tax. Yes. Or you can keep it on Robinhood as buying power with Robinhood Gold, and you will make a percentage on that as well. That is true, Ron. You trust yourself? Do you trust yourself with it sitting there on Robinhood as buying power, or you're watching month after month after month? Can you really keep it there? Or do you give in, you can't resist, and you end up buying, and then it goes down? That's going to be the hard part, right? That's going to be the hard part. We saw it back in 2022. Same thing happened. Same thing happened. I was not buying. I was not buying as price went down. I waited till the end of 2022 after the FTX crash. And that's when I started buying. It's hard. It's hard to be patient. It's hard to wait. Mm, 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 mm. 100 days from what? Scroll back. Just scroll back in the live stream. After the tariff scare, we're pretty much desensitized from red candles. I know, but all of crypto is up since April 7th. Right? All of crypto is up since April 7th. So this guy's talking about year to date, but who was buying? Who was buying on January 1st? I wasn't buying. I was getting ready to sell and take profits. That's what I was doing. But on April 7th, I was buying down here. April 7th, April 8th. I was buying Dogecoin at 13 cents. And that Dogecoin I bought down here is now up 16%. Not bad. Bitcoin up a little higher? Probably. If I had bought Bitcoin at the same time, I'd be up 38% on the Bitcoin. Because on the pullbacks that we've had, Bitcoin is held up better than Doge. On the pullbacks, fear of war, fear of more tariffs, whatever these pullbacks were, Dogecoin held up better because the banks, right, the institutions, the big companies, the governments, they're all buying Bitcoin and they're not selling. They're buying it as a strategic reserve store of value. Now, if you want to compare Bitcoin and Dogecoin and you want to complain, right, that Dogecoin isn't doing as well as Bitcoin, then buy Bitcoin. Then just buy Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin at $107,000, right? Buy Bitcoin. If you're going to complain about the difference between Dogecoin and Bitcoin, then just buy Bitcoin and see what happens going forward. I say from here, today, over the next 100 days, Dogecoin is going to outperform Bitcoin. I'm not saying what happened in the past. The past is the past. It happened, right? We know what happened. I've been talking about it week after week, month after month, what's been happening. But I'm talking about today, 100 days going forward. What's going to do better, Bitcoin or Dogecoin? I'm putting my money on Doge. That's what I'm saying. Will I be right? I don't know. But I'm betting it. I'm putting my money there. I'm not buying Bitcoin at $107,000. So you're not thinking at all that Bitcoin is run by bears, and at any moment they become millionaires, we're stuck at a loss because it's summer. You know, the governments and the institutions are buying the Bitcoin. Slowly and surely, big companies are buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin isn't run by bears anymore. Now it's just governments, institutions are buying Bitcoin, and Bitcoin continues to go up. Every once in a while, there's a pullback because of some world event, right? war, tariff, whatever, right? There will be some selling, mostly on the ETF side. Yep, some ETF holders will be scared and sell, afraid that Bitcoin is topping, but not the big governments, not the big banks, and not the big companies. They're not selling. So Bitcoin doesn't go down as much as Dogecoin goes down. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, is Dogecoin really down? Huh. 1 Doge equals 1 Doge, right? Always. Basic physics. Got to go down to go up. Got to go up to go down. Exactly. Happy Friday, dead man. How are you? How are you? Buying price for Megal, $1.30. I want to see $1.30. It got down to $1.58 today. Not low enough to buy yet. I'm patient. Patiently waiting. You're down 1,000 on Doge, but you've got faith. You've got faith. You're down. You haven't lost, right? You didn't sell at a loss. You're holding. You can buy more in on dips, lower your average, do all of that. We talk about all that. Loopring, NSG, me too. I got cooked as well. There were a lot of people buying Loopring at 200. And I was like, I'm not buying at 200. When it came back down to 100, I was like, okay, now it's looking like time to buy. Poor Loopring. Poor Loopring. Or $1, I say. Instead of $2, $1. And now it's at 7.5 cents. This thing was bad. Remember? $2? $2. I was going to take profit when it went back up to 150. That's my yellow line. I bought actually at 34 cents. That's where I ended up buying because it just kept going down and down. I didn't buy at $1. I bought at 34 cents. I ended up selling right here. 16 cents I sold. 16 cents. Because I just knew it was going to keep going down. So I got cooked as well. I bought it in 2023 at 34 cents. And I sold on February 1st at 16 cents. And now it is 7.5 cents. Loopring has been bad. Bad. This was crazy, right? That big run up. Absolutely crazy. What a piece of garbage. Sorry. But I admit it too. I admit it too. I lost half of my investment on Loopring. Yep. Ouch. Look, on the weekly chart, Doge is in the green. Look at that. In the green on the week. After 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks in a row in the red. So rebound on the weekly. Yeah, there'll be more. Goose, scroll back. That's laziness. Someone comes in and says, what's 100 days? It's like, scroll back. Just scroll back. Could you dive into why X platforms would be better storage of wealth than the banks? Okay, it's not a storage of wealth, Matt. I'm not storing my wealth on X. I'm using X as a place for transactions. That's what my goal is to use it as transactions. My storage of wealth is still going to be this, my ledger. That's my storage of wealth. Ledger, Exodus, MyDoge wallet, right? That's my storage of wealth. But I want to use X platforms for my transactions. I don't want to use the banks. And it's just a personal thing against the banks. The banks have been ripping us off our entire lives. That's all it is. It really would be the same. I just don't want to use the banks anymore. That's what it is. Does that make sense, Matt? Am I saying that you need to wait until the end of 26 before you buy? No, I'm only saying what I'm doing. And it's like for the rest of this summer, I am buying on dips. I'm going to ride it up in the fall to the end of the 4-year cycle in some number over 100 days from now. And then I'm going to take profits. I'm not going to ride it down like this or like that, like it has the past 3 4-year cycles. Does that mean that it's going to go down? Maybe not. Maybe this year it's different. Maybe this year it's going to be a super cycle or extended cycle or all these things people are talking about. Maybe. But for the last 12 years, 2014, 2018, 2022 have been bear markets. So 2026, is that going to be a bear market? Maybe, maybe not. But in crypto, I'm not going to bet the entire bag I have left and ride it back down again. I'm not doing that. That's just me. You do you. Right? So I can't tell you what to do, right? You make your own mind up. But that's what I'm going to do. Okay? That's just me. Get more money, hustle harder. Exactly. You got to work harder. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. Somebody's going to make a lot of money being lazy, right? Someone's going to time it at the right time. Buy a big bag of Doge, and like 2 days later, Doge skyrockets. Somebody's going to do that. But the rest of us, right? The rest of us, we're working. We deserve it. And this is what I said yesterday, right? You got to earn it, right? That was yesterday's live stream. You got to earn it, is what I said. That's what we were talking about yesterday, is like, yep, we're earning it. We're earning it right now. We're going through these dips and we're like, right? Just grinding though. What if your ledger gets hacked? Stop loss. You've got a lot to learn, dude. What price should you sell at? I can't answer your questions right now, dude. I really can't. I'd like to help out new investors, but you're asking questions that are just, I can't help you right now, dude. Just follow along. These are all things I've been talking about week after week after week. An ELO reference, Luke. I love that. Pulling out the ELO. Awesome. We were in the doldrums this time last year, and then the end of summer it popped. Not missing out on that again. Exactly. By the end of summer, you should be scooping up those last dips, getting ready for what's coming. That's what I'm doing. Stop loss. That's my plan, not yours, not anybody else's. That's what I'm doing. When you're happy with your profits is when you sell. Right? Sometimes something forces you to do that, like me buying the house, right? Actually ended up being a really good thing. Matt brought that to my attention. Because I remember Matt asking the question right after that. He was like, so you're saying if you didn't actually have that like successful bid on that house, would you have sold everything? And I was like, probably not. Hey, there's the cat. Charlotte, your cat's here. It's jumping up, it's causing trouble. Down with the banks. Exactly, Lucifer. That's what it's about. The banks have been ripping us off for years. So how am I going to get back at them? No mortgage. They're not making money off of me on a mortgage. And they're not going to make money off of me on any fees. And they're not going to make money off of me by using my money that I have saved with them to make money off of me. Not anymore. That's what I'm doing. If it's good enough to screenshot it, it's good enough to sell. Exactly. You want to show off what your portfolio looks like? You might be thinking about taking some profits there. Yep, Donnie agrees, Ryan. I've had some of those where you wish you would have sold. You took that screenshot, said, doesn't that look good? Ooh, that sell button was right there. That's a good one, CDC. Yeah. Negative comments should be in a super chat. Exactly. Give me a super chat on your negative comments and I'll address it. Otherwise, nope. Oh. I know, Goose. I've been talking about all of this stuff. Always causing trouble. Pax Cat. I know, right? Now he's back up on the bureau. Right. I will keep some Bitcoin and I will keep some Dogecoin just in case. Stop loss. The end of 2026 or the end of 2025, I will keep some Bitcoin. I will keep some Dogecoin just in case. The rest of it I'm selling. That's my plan. Me too. Hate the banks. You took screenshots last November, Nick? Yeah. And now you're like, that would have been a good time to sell. Some, at least some, right? Again, it's not an all or nothing deal, right? When it gets to a time to sell or you're thinking about selling, you don't have to sell it all. You can just sell some. Remember last November when I took profits at 42 cents and people were giving me shit about like, oh, Kriss is selling. And I'm just like, yeah, that was the plan. I'd been talking for months about taking slices. You don't have to sell it all. It's not an all or nothing deal. Take some, because you don't know what's going to happen. But just take a little bit off the table and like, yeah. Soon banks will be offering crypto services. I know. And do you trust the banks to hold your crypto for you? Do you trust them? I don't. I trust my Ledger wallet. I trust my Exodus wallet. I trust my MyDoge wallet. I don't trust the banks. Don't trust them at all. Good one, Ryan. If there's a night where I'm constantly watching the charts to see the next move, then I need to scoop some off the top, like December. Was I telling community how good Dogecoin was when you were selling? Probably, but I wasn't saying buy, right? I was telling people I'm selling. I said, I'm getting ready to sell. I said, ooh, this tariff thing doesn't look so good. I said, ooh, when that Trump token loss was launched, it pulled all of this liquidity for memes out of the market and everything is going down. And you can go back and you can look on my channel And you can go back to all the videos between January and April that I was making. And it was like, it wasn't sell, sell, sell. I mean, it wasn't buy, buy, buy. It was, is Dogecoin in a bear market? Might there be a Dogecoin rebound? Maybe. Tariff pause, right? Talking about that. It's like all of it's here. Tariff wars, blood in the streets, right? It's like Dogecoin dump. Did it shake you out? Like all of that stuff is here. So I'm like, like lifestyle chips. Exactly. Take some lifestyle chips. What percentage will I keep? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how things go this fall. If we see huge spikes, like Doge is to $1, you know, Bitcoin's up like over 200K, 300K, something like that, I may take more percentage profit than if it's up just a little bit. Byron, we're not pumping now. It's just the summer of chop. A little up, little down, little up, little down. That's all it is. And you were swing trading. I know that, Byron. You were doing some swing trading. What's on your ledger, you're holding for long term. Whatever's on the platform, that's going to be your profits. That's a good way to do it. I notice on the MyDoge wallet, you can buy merch, but not with Dogecoin. I haven't tried to buy merch through the MyDoge wallet. I know that it's there, but I haven't tried to buy any. But you can't spend your Dogecoin on it. Interesting. I wonder if they're going to update that. Today's class has been brought to you by Ryan 365 or 635, whatever the case is. See, it should be 365, Ryan. Ryan, you need to change that. You need to change the 635 to 365. It makes much more sense if it's 365. See, even Donnie typed it that way. And I think I said it earlier. I think I said 365. You got to change your handle. Is Ledger a private company? Yep, it's a private company that makes the best crypto hardware storage devices there are. That's what Ledger is. If the price is flat from here to December, would you still sell? Oh, that's a good question. What is going on? I got to see what's causing that, right? If the price stays flat, I got to see what's causing it. I'm betting big that doesn't happen. But if it does and we just chop all through the fall too, and we're still sitting here at like 16, 17 cents at the end of November, ooh. I don't know, man. That's a good question. Nobody's asked me that. Nobody's asked me that. I don't know. I got to think about that one. Alan, that's a good question. Yep, the banks have been ripping us off for years. Exactly. Unless it's a zip code. Ryan 365. There he is. All right. There you go, Ryan. Much better, right? It's Ryan every day. Ryan every day, 365. 24/7. It's all Ryan every day. Love it. I love it. And And for that, you guys get a new dance video. Is Jason still here? Jason, you still here? Dance video's coming. Listen to the words, guys. This is going to freak you out. Are you ready? Are you ready? Going to freak you out. Listen to the words. Crank it up. Crank it up.
Kriss on the block where the lights don't stop, flipping coins like Doge till we hit the top. Crypto in my veins, got my heart on pop. Count stacks so fast, make a ticker drop. Doge to the moon, we don't need no breaks. Kriss with the moves like a dancing mix. Pocket full of dreams, no time for fakes. Crypto hustle, baby, till the whole world shakes. The blockchain buzzing like a street parade. Kriss stacking Doge like a boss self-made.
That's what I was doing the other night. I was making music. Kriss like the boss. Stacking Doge. Like the boss. And then I got this other one. Check out this one. You ready? Are you ready? Here comes another one. Crank it up. Crank it up.
I'm rolling with Kriss on a wild new trip. Dogecoin in my pocket, watch it start to flip. Digital dreams, yeah, they rise and dip, but I'm cashing out fast like I'm moving quick. Kriss got the ride, Dogecoin on the rise, stacking up the wind, shooting for the skies. Crypto moves hot under neon lights, high energy flow, we ignite the night.
Isn't AI awesome? Isn't AI awesome? Oh my gosh. It's awesome what you can do now. Totally awesome. Well, you know, at some point in time, stop loss, boss, you got to trust something. You know what would happen? If somebody's Ledger device got hacked, Ledger would go out of business, which is why they make a safe and secure crypto hardware device. Their whole business is based on this thing not getting hacked. Okay? So, that's up to you, but you got a lot to learn. You got a lot to learn. Bank of America, I know. That's what I use is Bank of America. They're bad. Bad. Super bad. You have a gambling problem, Miss Charlotte. If you see 365 and what comes into your mind is a gambling website, you, my dear, have a problem. You've already told us about the slot machines that haunt you in your dreams, right? Oh, man. Oh. Bring it down hard. I know, right? Better than Bieber. Yeah. The Paul Mitchell thing was just bonus in the background. Yeah, see, I got this negative thing about AC/DC. AC/DC. I get post-traumatic stress with AC/DC. No offense, Doug, for people who are veterans, but I have my own PTSD with AC/DC. I can't go into it now. So, you're going to be dancing 100 days from now like this. 20 October, zombie. 20 October. Ryan, there is no more Charlotte. Charlotte's gone. It's now buy Dogecoin or else. There is no Charlotte. Buy Dogecoin or else. Yep. The stop loss boss will get it, Doug. Sometime. What software did I make that AI video in? It's Viggle. Viggle. Viggle.ai. But then I had to make the music somewhere else because the music that came with it that I played the other night, I got a copyright warning because one of those songs had this Kendrick Lamar song on it. I don't know Kendrick Lamar. I don't know Kendrick Lamar. I don't listen to that. I didn't know whose music that was. But I found out when Kendrick Lamar's management gave me a copyright claim on my live stream. And I'm just like, okay, I got to edit that out. So the other night, I made my own music on another AI website. And then I spliced it together because I got skills, right? Spliced the new music onto the video, cut out the old music, put in the new music, and that's what you get. Skills. Kriss has skills. That's spelled with a Z. You have quite a few problems. Yeah, Zeppelin's cool, but on those dance moves, that doesn't go with Zeppelin. Hey, hey, mama. No, doesn't work that way. Yeah, exactly, CDC. Stick around. When everyone else talks about their selling, maybe you should think about selling too. Then, not now. We're not selling on the red candles now. Not selling. Yeah, who is this Charlotte? Lady boy. Lady boy 1990. I know, should be Lady boy only buys Doge. I know, MB, right? That's the rumor. Buy Doge or else is a lady boy? Thank you, DBX. Didn't get anywhere near enough likes on this live stream, but that's okay. We're just having fun on a Friday, hanging out, talking about what we're going to do in 100 days. But then I did the actual math because Zero here, the Degen Gambler, he says about 100 days, right? About 100 days. And then I looked at it and I actually did the math. I actually asked Grok, hey, Grok. I was like, hey, Grok, in 100 days, like what date actually is it? And he said October 5th. And I was like, October 5th? Oh, that's not October 20th. You got to add 15 days to that. So I kind of cheated a little today about the 100-day thing. It's really from today, 115 days. And that gets us to October 20th. But that was the idea, right? 100 days. So that's what we were talking about. If you're wondering what the whole 100-day thing is. Or you could just scroll back and watch the beginning, where I actually talk about it in detail. Either way. Either way. That's what that was about. 100 days. What are we going to be looking at in 100 days? So I did the maths, right? $200,000 Bitcoin, right? $200,000 of Bitcoin. And if nothing else happens, right? No huge, big catalyst specifically for Doge happens. But Bitcoin goes up to 200K, right? 2x. I'm saying Doge does a 3x from 16 cents and becomes 48 cents. 48 cents. That's if nothing else happens with Doge. if we get that kind of run on Bitcoin this fall, Doge will go higher. And I'm saying 48-cent Dogecoin in 115 days. Now, a lot of different things can happen there. First, does Bitcoin go to 200K or not? We'll see. Second, is nothing going to happen with Dogecoin? Third, what if, like that guy asked, is like it just chops sideways from here, and Bitcoin stays around 107, and Doge stays at 16 cents? Then it's like, block. Who wants that? AJR. Yes, I do have AJR. Hold on. I got AJR. Yeah, this song. It's not telling me the name of the song. It's just telling me the name of the album I took it from. Don't want that. Don't give me that. Sometimes I hate Apple Music. It's just dumb. Just give me the name of the song. So now I got to turn this thing down so I don't get a copyright claim. Oh, it's Sober Up. Sober Up. That's the song I have. I love that song. Sober Up. AJR. They have a song called 100 Bad Days. I'll have to look that one up. But the one I have is Sober Up from AJR. That's a good song. I can't play it because I get a copyright claim. But I love the whole little musical, like, in-between thing that sounds like a violin playing, a string playing. I love that. Best part of the song. Sober Up. How do they even track who's using song and videos? It's all done by bots. They have some way of being able to scan uploaded videos. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. It's all done automatically. It's not people doing it. It's some program that's running in the background. That every video that gets uploaded gets scanned for the music in it. And if it ends up being some copyrighted thing, there's a whole list in that program of what gets copyrighted by whom. And then they do a copyright claim. And you get notified. Sometimes it's immediate. Sometimes it's an hour later. Sometimes it's a day later. But that's what happened to me. Twice now. 100 schmundred. Yeah, right, Doug. 100 schmundred. Trader Awe. I don't think Dogecoin has ever had a positive June, ever. Yeah, it has. But it's been 9 years. We looked at this. And I showed this on June 1st when I made my June price prediction video. That the last positive June was in 2016. 2016, Doge was up 31%. So this will now be the 9th consecutive red June. And I'm not giving away my July price prediction yet. The video will be next week. You got to wait. Got to be patient. I do that in a video. But I gave you my 100-day price prediction. I did that live here on this Friday. 100-day price prediction. Yeah, I know, DB. YouTube like totally shook it up today that they didn't post names, but your handles, your YouTube handle. And so a lot of people got doxxed because they didn't realize their whole name was in their YouTube handle because YouTube automatically did it. And now that's what's in the chat. It's not everybody's names, it's their YouTube handles. Dox City. Some of you have now gone in and modified your YouTube handles because you're like, oh shit. Or you've had fun with it and moved some things around, made it more fun. Stupid YouTube. Stupid YouTube. Happy Friday, everybody. Be thankful you weren't doxxed. Thank you, Sonic. We try and keep it real here. Have a little edutainment. Edutainment is what we try to do here. What's going on with the pudgy penguins today? Is that the big gainer on Robinhood? Let me check my Robinhood app, see what that says. For cryptos, right? So I want to do a search. And I want to search under tradable cryptos. XRP is up 1.94%. This goes back to midnight. East Coast time is what this goes back on my app. XRP up 1.94. Bitcoin Cash 1.71. Pudgy Penguins 16%. It is the Pudgy Penguins. They win. Peanut the Squirrel is 2%. But the Pudgy Penguins, guys, the Pudgy Penguins are going on a run. Wouldn't you know? Pudgy Penguins are up. I don't know why. I don't follow the Pudgy Penguins, but it is over a penny again. It actually came up over a penny at about 11 o'clock this morning, and it's still going up. So the Pudgy Penguins are getting a run today. I don't know why. Good for the Pengu holders. Crypto Geek 2 ACC, why are you even here then? Why are you even here? If that's your feeling, you can just leave. Goodbye. How is Bank of America bad? It's all of the fees they put on your accounts. It's basically all banks, right? But Bank of America is especially bad at that with fees. So, yeah, that's all. But it's all banks. Just don't like the banks. And the banks are the ones that have been lobbying against crypto for all these years. Banks, 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 banks. Lobby, 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 lobby. The Wyoming stablecoin, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I haven't been following the whole stablecoin thing, to be honest. But way too many stablecoins being made. So I just can't follow them all. Matt thinks it's smart to stash some crypto gains for the next bull run. If you trade on Coinbase, there is a fee. If you trade on Robinhood, you're going to get a big spread in the buy and ask price. They all make their money. That's how the exchanges make money. That's different than a bank. Bank just charges you fees, regardless. Monthly fee for this, monthly fee for that. That's all. Banks want you to never win and always be in debt. Exactly. Here's a loan for this. Here, take out a loan for that. We offer you this. We offer you that, right? It's all that stuff to get you to buy in and be in debt for the rest of your life. That's what the banks want. They want you to be in debt. They want you to increase your credit limit so you borrow more, right? That's what they're all about. They do not want you to win. And me, I'm winning. I'm getting out of the bank business completely. If it costs me a small fee to buy some crypto on Coinbase, I'm going to make so much money, so much more money off of that crypto than that little fee is. If you're worried about a fee on Coinbase, then you need to rethink your priorities. You really do. Nothing's free. There's somebody making money. Even if you're swapping, someone's making money. I did that on Uniswap, right? Somebody made money off of my Uniswap. When I swapped, there was a little bit that trickled off to some other wallet. Somebody made money on it. Getting less dependent on banks is good. Yes. Right. Debt with interest. Stash it. Keep doing what you're doing. Triple up next run. Then retire. Common sense right there. Awesome. Never took out a loan in my life. I took out a few mortgages. And once you get one mortgage, right? Right? And you get married, right? You have kids, and the wife says, yeah, we should have a bigger house. Starts like looking online and says, oh, look at this house. Oh, look at that house. We should really do this. We should do that. We need a new house. We need a bigger house. We need a bigger house. We need a bigger house for our kids. We need a bigger house for our family. I don't like the school district we're in. We should be in a better school district. I wonder if that happened to somebody who ended up taking out a bigger mortgage on a bigger house in order to please somebody. Well, that's in the past now. I'm done with that now. No mortgage. We got rid of that part of my life. It took a long time. It took a long time. But I beat the system finally. And it was cryptocurrency investing that did it. That's what it took. Couldn't have done it any other way. Couldn't have done it. Don't take out those loans. Exactly. Whatever you can to avoid them. Kilmar, I'm either going to be really poor or really rich. Going all in. And then you blame me no matter what. Exactly, right? This is just blame Kriss. Hashtag blame Kriss. Exactly, right? It's like, yep, we will do that. Hashtag blame Kriss. Yep. That's it. That's it, Kilmar. Exactly. But look at my @ My @ is KrissPax. Because I set it up that way. KrissPax ain't getting doxxed. It's like KrissPax. It's even spoken of in the Bible, and the Romans didn't allow it. Charging interest for money means you have to create money out of thin air. That's what the Fed does. The Fed is in bed with the banks, who's in bed with the Senate Banking Finance Commission, like Elizabeth Warren. How do you think Elizabeth Warren got to be a multimillionaire? It wasn't off a Senate salary. I'll tell you that. It wasn't off a Senate salary. Buying a bachelor pad that I can see myself being happy with for the rest of my life. There you go, Rhino. 365. 24/7, 365. What we need is a new social system. Lucifer, who are you sounding like? Oh. Yeah, don't take out loans to buy crypto. Oscar, happy Friday. Schools are also in bed with the center appraisal districts to higher the prices of houses because that determines how much money the school will get. That's not completely true. I mean, the prices of houses are really supply and demand and like where the houses are located and all of that. I mean, the schools benefit from the property taxes. And of course, the towns want the property taxes to go up so they get more revenue out of those taxes. So all that's the game. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Yep, Oscar, that is your goal. Pay off that mortgage, get out of debt. Your whole world opens up when you don't have that debt hanging over you anymore. It is amazing. Next week is July 1st. Guess what happens on July 1st? Kriss does not have to make a rent payment. Kriss does not have to make a mortgage payment. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Thank you, Donnie. Appreciate it. Yep, I put it out there just as a story, right? It's just a story. It's my personal story. And it's like, I was deep in debt for many reasons. I just hinted at part of it just a few minutes ago. Is what got me there, partially. But then it's what happened after that that caused me to have huge credit card debt. And I tell it all in that video. But thanks, Donnie. Appreciate it. Yep, a lot of people fall into the idea we need certain things to be happy, and those cost money. Getting that bigger house in the end was not a good idea. Shouldn't have done it. Should have stayed with the house we had. Should have stayed with the house we had. But agreed on Warren. Yep, Pocahontas. Tacos don't cost that much. Eat one right now. The Dogecoin millionaire was an idiot. Still is. Still is. He still doesn't get it. He still doesn't get it. But hey, it's been a good ride for him, right? It's been a good ride. 365 triggers you. But that's Ryan now. Ryan's now Mr. 365. Exactly. Don't base anything off the Dogecoin millionaire. Yep. Supply and demand. Pay off that mortgage. It's a good goal, Justin. Of course, Stop Loss Boss likes Glauber, the Dogecoin millionaire. Of course you like him. Kilmar, I guess I can say I'm at a good launching point. Zero debt to my name, little monthly bills. Good place to be. Just got to build up that portfolio now. Thoughts on the Trump coin? Ah, my collectibles. My Trump coin collectibles. I still have them. Man, the January 15th launch just sucked all the liquidity out of the meme coin market. That was bad. And ever since that initial run on Trump, it's just been down, 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 down. Is this the bottom? I don't know. What's going to happen going from here? I have not a clue. But I'd certainly like it to be higher than it is now. I don't want to sell for this much of a loss. So my collectibles are down. And I'm waiting. See what happens. I am 365. I'm triggered 365. 75K left on the mortgage. Fingers crossed this fall. Good luck, Goose. Yep, nice position. We are all slaves to make money for the banks and the government. That's what they want us to be. They want us to be poor. They want us to rely on them. Like all that stuff like that like Sanders and what Bernie talks about, like healthcare for all and all that. They just want you to be poor and rely on the government. That's communism right there, my friends. That is communism. They want you to think that you're just doing well enough and the government is helping you out. That's what they want. No, we can do so much better than that. But yeah, it's all my fault. Yep, that's where I bought it. I bought those Trump collectibles up there in the $30 range. You own Trump and Doge? I really have no idea what's going to happen to Trump. The token, not the president, the token, the collectible. I have no idea what's going to happen to the value of that thing. Who owns the banks? Who owns the banks? I guess there's some rich dudes that own the banks in the end, but they're all in bed with the politicians. And the politicians have been battling crypto for years and years and years. But now, see, the US government has figured out that if they create a stable coin and the stable coin is backed by the US dollar, they get more buying of US treasuries. So they're okay with stable coins, which is not cryptocurrency. Again, stable coins, not cryptocurrency. That's what's going on. So all this thing about I love crypto, no. What is the bill? What is the bill? It's not a crypto bill. It's a stable coin bill. The stable coins backed by the US dollar. So 1-to-1, any stable coin out there is going to have US treasuries backing it 1-to-1. It's all about the almighty dollar. That is not cryptocurrency, guys. Don't fall for it. All these Bitcoin maxis talking about, oh, Cynthia Lomas, right? Pro crypto. No. What state is Cynthia Lummis from? What state does she represent in the Senate? Wyoming. What state has its own stable coin? Which state in the US has its own stable coin? Wyoming. Are you getting it yet? Don't trust the politicians. No. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. Right. Stablecoins give you CBDC vibes. They say no CBDCs, right? Okay, so they're not going to have a system where there's a blockchain that's private right? Where they can track everybody. Okay. But they do like the stablecoin. They figured out the stablecoin backed by US treasuries is good for America. And that means Tether too. Right now, up to now, we don't know what's backed Tether one-to-one. We think it's been a combination of money, fiat, some Bitcoin. Tether owns a bunch of Bitcoin, and paper, right? Paper. And the US government is giving Tether a couple of years to get their ship in order so that Tether can actually be used here in the United States. And what is that ship that Tether needs to get in order? US treasuries. You getting it yet? It's all about the US dollar. They do not care about cryptocurrency. That's not what that's about at all. It's all about the almighty dollar and the politicians helping themselves. And the banks are going to custody your crypto. It's really just all about the stablecoins. Guess who else is going to make their own stablecoins? Walmart, Amazon. They're going to make their own stablecoins. We have a challenge ahead of us, definitely with crypto. Now, the Bitcoin going up because of Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, right, has created this whole thing about store of value of Bitcoin. That's not what Satoshi had in mind for a peer-to-peer e-cash or currency. Dogecoin fills that role very well, but it's an uphill battle. And we know that. It's an uphill battle. We have House of Doge trying to make partnerships right now. It's been kind of fun, right? A little bourbon here, a little soft drink there, you know, stuff like that. We need the real partnerships, the real thing to happen. And House of Doge hasn't done that yet. So, but the hype can still hit. The price can still skyrocket. FOMO can happen in crypto. And that's what we're waiting for. And that's what we're waiting for. All right, gang, that's what we got for today. Hey, we ended on a bang, didn't we? We ended on a bang today. You got Kriss on a roll here, right? You got Kriss on a roll with the whole crypto rant. I'm sorry, stablecoin rant, not a crypto. Stablecoin, not a crypto. So, send us out with a video. Well, I'll play this one first because I love it so much.
Yeah. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Listen to these words. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Then bring it down hard. Someday, we'll put it together.
What are you doing?
Dance off, bro. Me and you.
Bring it down hard. I know, right? Hey, I'm going to have a Saturday live stream, guys, if you're around on Saturday. So we're going to have some fun. It's not all going to be crypto. We're going to talk about some other fun things. And we'll also do the charts and the crypto stuff, too. Until then, I hope everyone has a great Friday night. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.